Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of Blureel Studios. Do I have a Titanic-sized episode for you guys? I have some new additions to the studio, to the Blureel studio, and I'm really excited about these films and to talk about them. And there's a little hint in the background as to what it might be. And I really am excited about this one, and so is, of course, little Miss Leo with the cameo again. I think if she hears me speak in this room, she has to be here at some point. So here she is. And before we dive into the newest additions to the family, you know we gotta roll the intro. So roll the intro. Oh, you are such an adorable little kitty cat. You're such an adorable little kitty cat. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Aww. Look at me. Alright, so first up in this episode, we gotta talk about a film I really wanted to see in theaters, but given the pandemic, I was not able to because in March, this film was released worldwide. Well, in the places where you got to go to the movie theaters, but in my country, unfortunately, at that time, everything was shut down, and it wasn't until June that we went, that we were able to go back to the movie theaters. And unfortunately, movie theaters at that time did not have this film in their lineup, so I wasn't able to see this film on the big screen as it was meant to be seen, because Godzilla vs. Kong is meant to be seen on a gigantic freaking screen. I was so incredibly hyped for this film, and I'm so disappointed that I didn't get to see it in the way it was meant to be seen. But on the other hand, seeing it at home on a big ass television with fantastic audio and fantastic image quality, it was a lot of fun, because Godzilla vs. Kong is a stupidly dumb but amazingly entertaining film. I absolutely adore this movie. It's such a gorgeous looking film. The special effects, the CGI, are on a whole other level. Well, you can kind of tell at times it's CGI, but what they managed to do with this film is actually pretty impressive. The color palette, the neon colors of Hong Kong look fantastic. Seeing these two titans duke it out on such a level is so entertaining, and how they handled this fight or this conflict is really well done, because it's not just a one and done fight at the end of the film. Kong and Godzilla encounter multiple times across the entire film, and each singular time they interact with each other, we get to learn more about their strengths but also their weaknesses. And it makes for an entertaining conflict, it makes for an entertaining final act. And of course, at the very end of the film, it all just goes apeshit. You have to forgive my pun. But yeah, the steelbook obviously looks gorgeous. I mean, I love this thing. It came from Spain. I love the color palette. It's the 4K steelbook that is now part of the family, and I can put this where it belongs. Right there. Look at that. Look at my MonsterVerse lineup of steelbooks. Maybe there are like 2 or 3 too many. But then again, I like just looking at them, because I love the artwork on all of these steelbooks. I love these films. They're dumb fun. I would say Godzilla 2014 is the most mature or the most serious one. And it's probably one of my favorites of the MonsterVerse. But I love all of these films in their own right. But there are some I like more, like this one, and of course this one. I think King of the Monsters is my least favorite of the MonsterVerse, even though it tried to correct issues fans had with the original 2014 version, and it tried to do something different, but I didn't really like it as much as the other films in this lineup of films. That being said, I still really do like it. Like King Ghidorah fighting Godzilla and Mothra making an appearance it's what I wanted from that film. But let's just not dive into it too deeply, because up next a collection that literally arrived like 15 minutes ago. I saw this passing by on Amazon a couple of months ago, and I was kind of arguing with myself whether or not I should buy it. And then it disappeared because you could only find like a used copy for a ridiculous amount of money. And this week it re-emerged on Amazon with one copy, which I got for a fantastic price. It's Godzilla, the 12-disc limited edition collector's edition. Like, it's so beautiful, and it's still in the plastic, which means we can get to unpack this bad boy in this video. So, without further ado, let's dive into Godzilla, the 12-disc collector's edition. So first up, let me just read what's on the back in terms of what films are in this collection. Godzilla Returns from 1955, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, Godzilla vs. Destroyer, Godzilla 2000 Millennium, Godzilla vs. Megagears, Godzilla, Mothra and King Ghidorah, Godzilla against Mechagodzilla, Godzilla Tokyo SOS, Godzilla Final Wars, and of course Shin Godzilla. There are some films missing in this lineup, but it's probably concerning rights and distribution rights. That being said, I really am impressed with this package. It's the German release, but it does come with Dutch subtitle, which makes me a happy camper. This is also a limited release because there are only 2,000 copies, and I have number 945. This is the back. We have Godzilla's tail right here that swoops around the back of it to the front. Oh, I mean, look at this design. It's so beautiful. Then we slide this out, of course. One of my favorite aspects of any collector's edition. Oof, this is going to be something, isn't it? Oof, this is going to be something. Alright, I might have to make some room on the shelf to really display this one. Give me 1 second. So here it is in its full glory. The packaging looks amazing. Godzilla is name dropped heavily on a cityscape. And then on the inside we have what was supposed to be 12 discs, but there seems to be one missing, actually. Which is weird. Like this one, there's no disc in there. And as you saw, I pulled it out of the plastic. So I don't know what happened to that one. I really don't know. Like, how did that happen? How is there one missing? Alright, this is really frustrating. This is really frustrating. How does that happen? How do I pull this out of the plastic with one disc missing? Like, how does that even happen? That being said, though, what I do like is that it does come with the original Godzilla. It comes with Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which I really wanted to see. Godzilla Millennium I wanted to see. And Tokyo SOS I hear is pretty great. Shin Godzilla, which I already own on Blu-ray, so that's like a double I have now. Yeah, I'm actually really disappointed that one disc is missing. Like, how does that happen? Seriously, how does that happen? This is the 12 disc, well, as it turns out, 11 disc collector's edition for Godzilla, which I really do love. I love this box set. I love this edition. I'm not planning on sending it back to get that one disc because these are hard to find as it is. So, and I got this at a pretty great price for all of them. So it's disappointing that one of the discs is missing. But then again, it's not one of the films that I wanted to see the most. Every single film I really wanted to see that I haven't seen before is in this one, like Godzilla vs. Destroyer or Godzilla, the original film. So all of those are included. And Space Godzilla, from what I hear, isn't the best in the lineup. So I'm not really that upset about it, but it's just unfortunate, you know. Like, there's like a disc missing, and that's really gonna bother me at some point. It really is. But it is what it is. I'm really happy with this collection. I'm really happy with the design. I'm really happy with the packaging. It's just sturdy. I love the artwork on there, and I'm really happy that this one is now part of my collection finally, so I can dive into some Godzilla goodness, because as you know, I'm kind of a fan. So yeah, this one is getting a prominent spot in my collection. And I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. Hopefully you're not as bummed out as I am that one disc is missing, because as a completionist that really bothers me, and it's going to bother me more as time progresses. But there are worse things in life than a missing disc. So really unbothered now. I should send it back, but am I going to though? Am I going to though? You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode of Blureel Studios. I love you guys. Everyone who has checked out my complete Blu-ray collection video or my Steelbook collection video. Thank you so much for watching those. I really appreciate it, and I want to give a special shout out to Seth. You know who you are. You are an awesome dude, and props to you, man. I will see you in the next episode of Blureel Studios. My name is Glenn. I am out. Ciao. Damn it, why is there one disc missing? It's really frustrating. Did it fell somewhere? Like, it did! Oh my god! I found it! I found it! It did fall out! Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass. Oh my god. It was lying underneath my chair the whole time. Like, wow, dude. I'm so lucky I didn't, like, run over it with my chair. Holy sh... That was so lucky. Oh my god. Alright, now I'm really a happy camper. Holy shit. Damn.